your guide for a successful startup. And today in our discussion, we have Mr. Farhad with us. He is ASP.NET expert and has been working on this technology for a long time. So I would like to take this opportunity and discuss the questions you have about this technology related to startups. So my first question to Farhad is, Farhad, do you think that ASP.NET is the right technology for startups?
Yes, according to me, ASP.NET is most suitable technology for startups because it's a highly scalable framework and it can scale up to your limits.
Okay, what is the main power of ASP.NET?
Well, if you see, ASP.NET has multiple advantages. If you start from creating the project or creating the boilerplate, its boilerplate code is very efficient, and also its community
Mm-hmm.
it has a vast community
Mm-hmm.
which is supporting the framework
Mm-hmm.
and maintaining the framework to enhance its abilities
Mm-hmm.
for the developers, its authentications, authorizations, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Help developers to make CRM and ERP based applications
Mm-hmm.
more suitable.
Okay, you guys may have this question that what is the boilerplate and why having a developer community is helpful for the technology or for the startups. Uh, though the reason is the boilerplate is actually a pre-built code. These are the libraries which have the functionalities, required functionalities. These are the already built functions according to requirements. And if a technology is providing you a boilerplate, this means that you can jumpstart your project. You don't need to build every necessary function. There will be libraries which have the necessary functions, and you can just use these libraries. This is very helpful for developers. This not only reduce the cost but also the time. And the second thing, he mentioned that a developer community is also important because uh, people learn from each other. If you are stuck in one problem and you are continuously struggling, then you may search it on Stack Overflow or other websites where other people have suggested solutions. So this is the one of the power of ASP.NET, that is a developer community that you can ask other people's and people respond to your queries, or there are already many questions related or similar to your problem, and they have the solution. So that is one of the power of ASP.NET. Okay, my next question to you, Farhad, is that what are the latest improvement in ASP.NET?
ASP.NET is improving a lot, and Microsoft has also contributed in its improvements. Lately, they have developed a .NET Core,
Mm-hmm.
which is a breakthrough uh, breakthrough type advancement in ASP.NET.
Mm-hmm.
It allows the ASP.NET applications to run on Linux or any type of server, uh, which makes the ASP.NET applications totally platform independent. Like if you see in the past, ASP.NET was only targeting and was only
Available for
available
Windows.
for Windows servers only.
Mm-hmm.
But now it can be executed, or you can say hosted on any type of servers as well, and
Mm-hmm.
it is more integratable
Mm-hmm.
with other .NET or Microsoft applications like Azure, etc.
Okay, okay, okay. What we have seen so far is that ASP.NET is really a good technology for startups because it provides you customization, it provides you scalability, and the developer community is really good. So your developer can easily solve many problems. He would not be stuck in some kind of weird situations. But we have also observed that it has its own drawbacks. Like one of the problem is that you have to buy license, and you are stuck with Microsoft vendor, and that is kind of problem with it. And plus it use heavy resources, so you may need to buy a very good server with high computational power like a big RAM and a processor. But ASP.NET is actually a really good technology for startups because startups need scalability. They always have a lot of competition involved, and there are a lot of functionalities involved, and ASP is providing that. Thank you. We have seen that ASP.NET is a really good technology for startups because of a lot of customization is available, the boilerplate is available, and it has almost all the good features which is needed for startups. But is ASP.NET ideal technology for startups? I am sure there are some weaknesses in ASP.NET, and Farhad, would you like to point out those weaknesses?
If we look into the weaknesses of ASP.NET, there are some weaknesses as well. Like first of all, if you want to scale your application at enterprise level, you may have to acquire some licenses or pay some license fees to Microsoft. And secondly, you may go into somewhat a vendor lock-in system as well, where if you develop an application and enterprise level application in Microsoft technologies, then you have to you have to stay you have to stay with Microsoft technologies, and shifting from Microsoft to other technologies for an enterprise level application is very difficult, or somewhat you can say not possible so easily. And
How good is ASP.NET with managing the resources? Like, how much RAM do I need to run a proper startup app or processor?
yes, if you see like usage or computational power, it has some high usage of computational power as well. If you compare with some other platforms or other technologies, it uses somewhat extra computational powers, and it may require uh, extra
Heavy
resources, heavy resources, or extra resources to perform its application. That's it.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Farhad, for
Okay.
your tips and guidance. The developer community is good, but the problem is that you may end up locked with the vendor locks like situation. You have to heavily depend on Microsoft products, and there are some licensing involved, and you may have to purchase those licenses, especially for an enterprise products. So it has its own benefits and it has own power, but I think ASP is really a good technology for startups, and you can consider it to develop your startup idea. Thank you.